Dzień dobry, Łukasz Olkowicz, rozmowy Bardziej, a dzisiaj będzie bardzo barwnie i będzie bardzo dużo o Pogoni Szczecin i polskiej piłce. Naszym gościem jest Alex Haditaghi, właściciel Pogoni Szczecin. Dzień dobry.
Thank you for having me today.
Po mojej lewej stronie człowiek związany z Pogonią Szczecin, bo parę tych meczów zagrał, Radek Majdan.
Dzień dobry, witam.
Radek, wiem, że już przyszykowałeś pierwsze pytanie dla prezesa tutaj po tej linii szczecińskiej.
Czyli pozwalasz mi zacząć.
Tak,
dziękuję
proszę,
bardzo. Panie prezesie, wiem, że jest pan kilkanaście miesięcy w naszym kraju. Jestem ciekawy, co najbardziej zaskoczyło pana w polskiej piłce, jeżeli chodzi o te pozytywne i negatywne aspekty.
I think the most positive thing is about the Polish football is practically most of it. The stadiums are filled with fans who are passionate about it. There's a community sense to it. 35% of the people who come watch our football matches are women and children and families. Stadiums are new, mostly filled. You know, extra class every week, the number of fans attending increases. TV coverage is great. Academies, there's lots of things to be great and happy about football in Poland. Bad thing is, I think, lack of confidence of Polish football, because I think Polish football is the best kept secret in Europe. And when you talk to players who we're trying to bring to Poland, most of them are scared or they do not know how great of the league it is. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges facing our team and most teams in Poland. If somehow we could build a better portfolio profile that say, hey, Poland is a beautiful country, is a safe country, is probably one of the best places in the world. It's great for you, it's great for your family. Come here. And this is a great league, great teams. And any team has a chance to win. And just that's it.
A czy dzisiaj kupiłby pan Pogoń jeszcze raz, wiedząc to, co wydarzyło się przez te kilkanaście ostatnich miesięcy?
Without any hesitations. Pogoń and the city of Szczecin is very magical. The love affair between the fan and the city and the football club is amazing. You know, there has been some challenges and difficulties, but that's what makes it really exciting. I'm truly in love with the project. I'm really happy that, that I got involved. And I just hope I could do something special with this team for the city and our fans.
A z jakimi celami pan wchodzi do Pogoni Szczecin? Bo Pogoń wiadomo, z czym się kojarzy w Polsce. Z brakiem tytułów, brakiem trofeów kibice innych klubów. Śmieją się, że jest pusta gablota w Szczecinie. Poprzedni sezon podejrzewam, że był rozczarowujący dla pana. To było 9. miejsce. Gdzie pan widzi Pogoń w Ekstraklasie za 2-3 lata? Jak chcecie to osiągnąć?
I think when I came to Poland, I had an opportunity to buy a few different teams. There were teams available at that time or even available now, you know, from Śląsk, from Górnik Zabrze, from Cracovia, and several other teams. Pogoń was my first interest, and the number one was the fact that teams never won anything. The title, having zero titles, zero tituli, did not bother me. It actually excited me because it was a challenge. No one will remember who was the team in Legia's 10th championship or 15th championship. If today I ask you who was the players who won the 14th championship for Polish Cup in Legia, you cannot give me those players. But people will always remember who was the team that won the first championship in Szczecin, Pogoń, after 8 years. So I came for the challenge. I love challenges. And this is probably one of my biggest challenges. And that's the number one reason. And last year's results is something to build on. You know, it was our first year as an owner for most of our players. And we believe we built some solid foundation and we could go from there build something special.
Panie prezesie, jakie ma pan cele dla Pogoni na ten sezon? Czy postawił pan właśnie jakiś taki harmonogram przed trenerem, co jest dla pana takim jakby minimum sportowym?
Our goal is to obviously play in Europe. This is very important. I think a team such as Pogoni Szczecin should be objective to play in European competition every year. It shouldn't be, oh wow, they made it every 1 year, every 6 years or 7 years. We like to build a team that is, expectations. If you look at Lech Poznan, them playing in Europe is expected from them, is a normal thing. If you look at Galatasaray or Fenerbahce, if you look at PAOK and Olympiacos, every team, every country has got 2-3 teams that every year they'll see them in European competition. They're good teams, they run well. And my objective for our team to be one of those teams that every year you expect them to play in European competition, to be top of the table and to compete and go as far as possible in the Polish Cup, because that's also important. And hopefully someday win our first title.
A czy w pana wizji Pogoń ma być klubem, który sprzedaje za grube miliony tych najlepszych piłkarzy, czy raczej zostawia ich właśnie, żeby walczyć o te najwyższe cele?
I think realistically, Poland is a selling league. For us to be able to balance our budgets and our financials, we do have to sell players, between 1 to 2 or even sometimes 3 players. This will also open the path for your academy players. We have a big academy of 1,400 players, and they need to see that, hey, someone came before you, played, they got their chance, and they end up being sold and going to a better league, and they have role models. For example, the team had Kasper Kozlowski, who went to Brighton and now is doing really well in Turkey. And we just sold Adrian Chaborek, that's gone to Lazio. And our goal is to build on that and continue on that.
Wspomniał pan o Kacprze Kozłowskim, to jest rekordowy transfer Pogoni Szczecin, 10 milionów euro. Natomiast pan też zwraca uwagę na te różne podziały, procenty. Czy dziś jesteśmy w stanie powiedzieć, ile z tych pieniędzy trafiło do Pogoni Szczecin? Bo być może kibice Pogoni nie wiedzą, jaki tam był podział, ile dostał zawodnik, ile pośrednik, że Pogoń tych 10 milionów nie dostała, ale ile dostała z tego transferu rekordowego?
Looking at financials, this is from my view, from what we've seen. Not significant. Majority of that was gone to other people, from Casper and family and the agents involved and everything else. And it's very unfortunate,
To jest 50%?
I would say probably close to that. That's my opinion from reading the numbers and financials, but could be even a bit higher than that. But again, the fact is this, more than it should have been. If you're a football organization and you grow a player from your academy, you should not be losing 30% or 40 or 50% or even 60%. Those numbers are unacceptable. We will not, we will not deal with that. Will not allow that happen under my ownership.
A propos Akademii Pogoni Szczecin, to jest też akademia, gdzie zaszły zmiany za pana rządów i też wiosną pokusił się pan o taki wpis bardzo, bardzo mocny, chciałem go rozwinąć. Korupcja, pasożytnicze zachowania i złe postępowanie nie będą tolerowane pod moim kierownictwem. Nasza akademia będzie budowana z osób uczciwych i nie poddających się wątpliwym zachowaniom i działaniom. Chciałem się zapytać o tę korupcję. Co takiego miał pan na myśli, że kiedy wpisywał to o korupcji w Akademii Pogoni Szczecin?
I think it's important for academy, for young players to know that if they are coming to our football club, that if they're good players, they work really hard, they will given a chance to play. It doesn't matter who your agent is. It doesn't matter who your father knows. It doesn't matter who your relatives are and what connections you have. Our academy will be based on merit, your hard work. Players will have rights. And also it's important for us to open pathways. as an organization, we lost some really good players. You looked at young player Camille, who went to Arca, was sold to, Corona. You look at, very, very good player, wingers for, Widzew, that used to be part of our academy. It's important for us to protect those players, give them pathway, give them a chance to play. And we cannot just rely on one agent or two agents, or we want to make sure that the deals we make for the players are fair, are good, and our young players are protected.
To są te zarzuty, które pojawiły się, że dzisiaj w Akademii jest uprzywilejowana grupa, jest jedna agencja menadżerska uprzywilejowana, czyli Adrian Woźniczka i Mariusz Mowlik. To są takie zarzuty, że oni dzisiaj mogą więcej w Akademii Pogoni Szczecin. Jak to dziś wygląda z pana perspektywy?
I think that's a stupid comment I hear all the time. And the fact is this, our agency, our academy, there's, I think, more than 25 different agencies is being represent our players. We do not care who represents our players. And honestly, it doesn't look good for us to have one agency representing all our academy players, because then as a club, you lose all your leverage. So as a club, I hear rumors like that, fake rumors, fake stories, agendas. Everybody has their own agenda, and I don't really listen to it. We know we care about the academy. It's my money. I work really hard for my money. And those academy players are our future of Pogon. And if you're going to win a championship and build a great, strong, powerful team, we need to make sure those players have a pathway, they're protected, they're represented, and given a chance.
Panie prezesie, na pewno pan się przekonał, że ten temat pieniędzy w Polsce jest bardzo taki elektryzujący. Jestem ciekawy, czy ma pan taki swój bilans, ile pan jeszcze mógłby zainwestować swoich pieniędzy właśnie w klub Pogoń Szczecin?
I think one thing I've noticed in country of Poland, especially by people or maybe journalists, everybody is obsessed now with money, how much each owner is putting in the club, how much players they're buying, what are they doing. I think that's a philosophical question, and you got to look at it not just one way, in three different ways. Mm-hmm. Number one is, since I took over, our capital is one of the top 4 capital of all Ekstraklasa teams. Number two, we paid over 70, close to 75 million zloty in debts, liabilities, loans, which existed before we came, and we eliminated that. We created ways to increase revenue. But on top of that capital, question of your capital is 2 other things. Polish owners, that practically almost everyone, they're either government, that they pay taxpayers' money to the clubs, like Wisła Plock or Schlangs, Wrocław, or businessman, Polish businessman. A Polish businessman has the ability to write off those losses. So if you're the owner of Vichesta, who's a really rich man, or Widzew or Motor Lublin, who are a rich man, if your team loses 20 million zloty or 20 million euro, you have businesses in Poland and you could write it off and offset it. For me, my situation is different. In Canada, we pay 54% tax. So if I'm going to put 20 million euro in here, I actually costing me 40 million euro. And therefore, I pay double that. And the third and the most important thing a football owner, in my opinion, does or invests is not just their money, it's time. Most valuable thing that I put in Pogon is not my money. It's actually my knowledge, my mentorship, and my time. I'm not one of those owners that buys this as a toy. That, hey, look, I have a football team. I can watch 2, 3, 4 games a year, and then I put people there, and then I do appearances that says, hey, I'm a football owner. I'm not like that. I'm hands-on. I'm involved with decisions. I'm involved with building the business, trying to clean up, trying to do something very special. And money you could always make. I've been very good at making money all my life. But time, you don't. You cannot make time. You could buy expensive watches, but you could never create time. And my time is probably the most valuable thing that I'm putting into Pogon.
A co było najtrudniejszą decyzją, którą musiał pan podjąć jako właściciel Pogoni?
I guess the toughest decisions as a person, as a boss, or as a leader, or when you're in charge, you make usually is personal decisions that involves people's livelihood. Anytime you let someone go or you fire someone, it's really tough. Thomas Berg was our coach, and he was a very good coach, and to let him go, it was easy, but I thought about it for days, and even after that, for days, it bothered me, and I couldn't sleep for a long time. Or Robert Klondowicz, another good person, or letting some players go. It's personal, you get attached to them, you see them, you respect them as a person, as a man, and those are the toughest decisions you make.
Zwolnienie z klubu i z funkcji członka zarządu osoby związanej z środowiskiem kibicowskim po jego haniebnym wpisie po śmierci dziennikarza, czy to było dla pana również, jak to się mówi, taka trudna decyzja, czy tutaj raczej podszedł pan do tego tak zero-jedynkowo?
Yes and no. I learned in life to be very direct, know what I want, and if I know what I want and what's truth, I'll stand for it and will fight for it. I think I could be tough on a journalist. I could be tough on anyone, but I'm mostly tough on the issues. But in the same time, I think when somebody passes, somebody dies, this is the boundary as a human beings we do not have to cross. I think, they have mothers, they have daughters, they have sons, maybe they have lots of loved ones, and you just lost the loved ones and you see someone attacking it. It was a tough decision, but I believe it was a decision that we had to make. We have to stand for what is right as a club. We need to be role models, and we made that decision.
Kiedy zbierałem teraz informacje o panu i rozmawiałem z osobami, które pana dobrze znają, mówią o dwóch twarzach Alexa Haditaghiego, że jest ujmujący, czarujący, o takiej wrażliwości społecznej, ale też taki wybuchowy. U nas się mówi, że bardzo krótki ląd. Czy rzeczywiście tak jest? Alex Haditaghi z jednej strony właśnie potrafi chociażby jak ostatnio dać 200 biletów kibicom Motoru Lublin, którzy spóźnili się na mecz, a z drugiej strony jest taki bardzo bezpośredni i zaraz też przejdziemy do Platformy X, wyrażający to zdanie tak w sposób bezpośredni.
Great question. I think there are two things. We live in a world that people are elusive. They will not tell you what they feel, what they want, or what agenda they have. I've always been a direct person in my life. I believe in honesty, being truthful. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for anything. And those are principles that guides me as a person. Being direct is not being, impulsive. I'm not an impulsive person. The first game I played was football, and the second game as a 7-year-old I learned to play was chess. I paid for my university playing poker and playing chess. Being direct doesn't make you short-tempered. Being a president and chairman of Pogon is important to fight for it, because I believe nobody's fought for this club for a long, long time. When I came here, this is an organization with a good history, almost 80 years, but it had a lot of shortcomings. It had a lot of failures from infrastructures, from financial management, from so many other problems that I don't want to talk about it. And it was important for me to roll up my sleeve and fight for it. And when you fight for something and you stand up for something, you will offend people. It's okay. I'm tough on issues. I'm not tough on people. I'm fair. And no one will ever come say, hey, Alex cheated me, or Alex lied to me, or Alex was elusive. Being direct, people know where they stand with you. They know what you want from them. To me, the next leadership, the most important part of the leadership, people who work with you and people who work for you, they know where they stand, what you expect from them, what you want from them, and what they have to do as part of their roles and responsibilities.
Podkreśla pan, że rozmawiamy szczerze, to dobrze, bo mam to pytanie, to co mi przeszkadza w pana komunikacji, bo jednego z dziennikarzy porównał pan do szczura. Czy to jest odpowiednia komunikacja według pana?
I think, number one, the term journalist is loosely used in Poland. If somebody works in a basement's home and puts their podcasting, in my opinion, that's not being a journalist. If someone comes to your home, and says, listen, can I go to your fridge? And goes to your fridge and sees suddenly you got, medication for cancer or something else, and then goes, takes a photo, puts it on social media, to me, that's not correct. So if you open your home to someone, it comes with responsibilities that guests should respect. Our football club is the same way. If a journalist or individual who claims to be a journalist that wants to have access to your club, and they're not searching for the news, they're searching for some chaos because they have their own agenda, that's not acceptable to me. To me, that's being cancer. And, and again, I have no problem with being direct. I'm not here to win popularity. I'm not here to come to Poland to be, oh, wow, Alex is a role model or Alex is a figure. I came here for Pogoni Szczecin. I came here to win a championship, to build something special. And part of my job is to protect this club and fight for this club. And individuals, they don't like, when I fight for the club, that's their problem. I will fight from the last day I'm here for the club. And with regards to Motor Lublin fans, I think it's important to also be fair. The fans of Motor Lublin had traveled for, I believe, 8 hours to come to the match. And they missed it because of not their fault. They came in, I think, 70th minute, and it wasn't a marketing scheme. I just noticed they came last 15, 20 minutes of the game and missed the whole game. And I thought it was not fair. I need, when they come to our stadium, Legia fans or Widzew fans or anybody else, they cheer against us. That's beautiful. They cheer for their team. Beautiful. They hope we lose to them. That's awesome. That's what makes football special. But part of me, that whatever that competition is, stays inside the stadium. Outside the stadium, when I figured out what happened to them, I had to do what the right thing was to me, and that was offering them tickets for the next year. We've done that when the cold weather was. We give them, hot drinks for no charge. There were fans that lost their stuff merchandise. We offered to them. As a football club, we have to give back to our community. We have to be respectful to our competition, and to their fans, and do whatever it takes to make sure when they come to our city, to a stadium, they feel safe, protected, welcomed, and loved.
No właśnie, nie wiem, czy pan wie, ale wyznacza pan w pewnym sensie trendy w polskiej ekstraklasie. Mam na myśli to częstowanie herbatą kibiców Widzewa, drużyny przyjezdnej, czy właśnie zwrot kosztów kibicom Motoru, czy sfinansowanie ich pobytu w kolejnym meczu w Szczecinie. Natomiast chciałem zapytać się, bo też zaprosił pan dzieci z domu dziecka na ostatnie spotkanie. Teraz w kolejnym meczu zaprasza pan dzieci z tych mniej sytuowanych rodzin. Dlaczego dla pana jest tak ważne, żeby właśnie te dzieci mogły, które dotychczas nie przychodziły albo nie mogły przychodzić na stadion, pojawiły się właśnie na obiekcie Pogoni Szczecin?
I remember when I lost my father when I was 2 years old. My mother raised us, myself, my brother, and my sister. And I remember we came to Canada. We wanted to go watch a concert, a music concert. It was an Iranian singer who had came. And we couldn't afford it. And a friend of ours gave the organizer's phone number to my mom to call. And she called. And this person, Armenian-Iranian man named Mr. Armik, A-R-M-I-K, gave us ticket. I was 9 years old. It was my first ever concert. So I think that's important, to give back.
To To prawda. Chciałbym nawiązać jeszcze do tego, co mówił Łukasz, o takiej pana bezpośredności, że bardzo bezpośrednio pan reaguje na krytykę, a zdarzyło się kiedyś, że żałował pan tak po prostu po ludzku jakiegoś ze swoich wpisów właśnie w social mediach?
No, I rather you hate me for telling you the truth than love me to give me a beautiful lie. Again, we live in a world that too many people are elusive. They tell you what you like to hear, but the minute you leave, they tell something else. I don't attack people, you know. I do defend, I do fight for things I believe. For example, our women's football team had a game at 10 a.m. last week. You know, I thought it was unfair for our women's team to play at 10 in the morning. And, you know, I wrote on it. And then a few hours later, everyone on social media is like, Alex Haditaghi is attacking PCPN and Extra Classa. No, I did not attack. I just stood up for a woman. I stood up for a women's football team and for the league. You know, words that chosen to describe your actions, you know, could be very important the way people think of you and, you know, your image. And, you know, obviously, Alex Haditaghi, myself, I'm new to this country. I don't have relationships with people. So if to saying Alex attacks or versus defense, attacks gets more clicks. So therefore, why not use attacks? And therefore, you know, I'm used to it. I use social media portal because it's my way to be transparent, to communicate with our fans and address issues. You know, that's the only real code that allows me to do that at the present time. I don't consider myself better than fans. I don't consider, oh, wow, because I got money, I bought the club, you know, you cannot talk to me. I am a fan, you know. I love this team and, you know, I enjoy engagement with our fans and other fans and stuff. And this is part of thing that excites me.
Ale chciałem się zapytać o sposób prowadzenia przez pana negocjacji, bo wiele osób podkreśla, że jest pan naprawdę bardzo, bardzo twardym negocjatorem i widzieliśmy to w trakcie negocjacji z Kamilem Grocickim, piłkarzem zasłużonym dla Pogoni, kiedy wy się tak siłowaliście i na początku sympatia kibiców była po stronie Kamila, bo to jest zasłużony piłkarz. Wtedy pan zdecydował się ujawnić szczegóły tych negocjacji. Te kwoty, które miał zarabiać Kamil, rzeczywiście były duże. Pan to traktował wtedy jako element po prostu negocjacji, że kibice muszą się dowiedzieć, ile to Kamil będzie w Pogoni zarabiał.
Tomato? Listen, this was a very tough negotiation with regards to Camille. He is truly our captain, our leader. He's an amazing person. He's an amazing football player. And we negotiate with Lennis, with Ulvestad, with lots of our players, and never went public what they make, and no one knows what they make. I think in Camille's case, there were some individuals in his circle that went public and started attacking the club and us. And at that moment, you know, I felt it was very important becoming such a chaos for the team that I believe actually cost us the Polish Cup game against Widzew, that I needed to put an end to that chaos, be transparent about it. And I did, you know, I don't have any regrets about it. You know, Camille truly loves his team, truly loves his teammates. He's loved by his teammates, you know. But I am a tough negotiator, but I'm also fair. I believe the best deals are the deals that are win-win for both parties, because this allows you to come back, do the second deals and a third deal. You know, I don't believe that you do a deal that you only win, another team loses, and you look like the hero. That's a burned bridge, which in business makes it horrible. Some of my business partners, big corporations, I've been doing business in Canada for 15, 20 years. We negotiate really, really hard. But once the deals are done, we are partners, we collaborate, we support each other. And that's how I operate all my life, and that's how we'll continue operating Pogon.
I teraz o ostatnim zamieszaniu, to znaczy Darko Czurlinow, który jest na badaniach lekarskich w Łodzi. Nie wszystko mu się podoba, wykorzystujecie to, przejmujecie Darko Czurlinowa, ale ta historia ma ciąg dalszy, czyli ta wymiana zdań między panem a Łukaszem Masłowskim. Pan pokazuje wtedy wpisy, wiadomości, które dostał od Łukasza Masłowskiego. Nie boi się pan, że ludzie będą jakoś z oporami do pana pisali, że będą się obawiali, że później to ujrzy światło dzienne?
I think I'm not worried about that because people who do business with me, they know that's not the case, number one. Number two, I had earlier communication with the owner of Widzew, you know, and I talk on a regular basis with other presidents and owners of clubs in Poland and around the world, and executives around the world, you know, and politicians around the world. With regards to Lukasz situation, I really don't want to reopen that case because, you know, it's not good for the league, it's not good for their team, and it's not good for our team. To me, I consider it as a closed chapter. Robert and Lukasz are very established, successful people in a football field, in a business, and their football club is an amazing club with a great history. You know, we had a tough public and private disagreements. To me, it's finished, you know, and I'm not here to create long-term enemies for the football team, for Pogon, because this is a team that, these are the teams we want to do business, we want to collaborate, we want to support. I have utmost respect for Lukasz and I have utmost respect for Robert. You know, I am very passionate for what I do, but Lukasz is also very passionate and Robert is very passionate. And we, you know, fought for the same player. Let me rephrase that. We fought for the same free player. And end of the story. And I really like their team. I like Lukasz. I think he's one of the best in the league. And Robert is one of the top owners in the league. And Ekstraklasa is very lucky to have those two individuals in the league.
Bo przyznał pan jakiś czas temu, że proponował pan pracę Łukaszowi Masłowskiemu. Czy po tym, co się wydarzyło, po tej wymianie słów, powiedzmy gdzieś tam w dalekiej przyszłości, widziałby pan jeszcze jego miejsce w swoim klubie?
Yeah, of course. He's a great man. He's a good, you know, good football executive. He knows what he's doing. You know, Ekstraklasa's got several great people, you know, sporting directors who are really, really qualified. And my job at Pogon, I'm very fortunate. I have really good, great people, you know, with lucky and blessed to have Tan Kessler, who to bring someone from English Championship, or now, you know, the team he put together is an English Premier League. You know, to have him as, you know, my right-hand person and CEO who really runs the organization. You know, we have a great head of recruitment we brought in from Bayer Leverkusen and Sturm Graz, Benjamin. Great CFO, great team, you know. But I think I love surrounding myself with people who are smarter than myself and better than myself. And I think, you know, always having quality people like, you know, Lukasz or a few other sporting directors in the league would be always be open to it.
A przyszłość Kamila Grosickiego, czy pan długo go widzi jeszcze na boisku i ewentualnie właśnie wiąże pan z nim przyszłość w kontekście Pogoni Szczecin? Myślę, że nie pytam tylko w swoim imieniu, bo jest to mój kolega, więc oczywiście, że interesują mnie jego losy, ale też pewnie kibice Pogoni na pewno są ciekawi pana wizji na tego zawodnika w kontekście właśnie Pogoni.
Honestly, we are only game number 3, and I don't want to talk about any of our players' contracts this year. You know, we have a good team. Our focus is play this year, and a lot of answers will come to us and the team, and probably in May of this 2027.
Chciałem się zapytać o trenera Garcję. Co on może dać Pogoni, czego nie dał trener Thomas Berg?
I think I really truly believe he's probably, in my opinion, I think he's the best coach or top 3 coach in Ekstraklasa. If you look at his resume, championships he's won around the world and trophies. I don't think anyone had his resume, in Ekstraklasa history. And I challenged someone to show me a better resume. And when he was Ajax, we almost hired him last year, but last minute we went with Thomasburg. And, but when he was with Ajax, we reached out to him and tried to convince him with a project. And for him to leave great organizations such as Ajax to come to us was honestly a humbling experience. He's tough, he's demanding, he's fair, he asks a lot, he pushes a lot. He's a humble man, he's a good man, great communication. I love and enjoy spending time with him, hearing his stories. He comes from Johan Cruyff, the School of Football. He's very direct. He tells the players what he wants from them, coaches. He's got a great team that came with him. Kiki, honestly, I think he's made a huge difference as our performance coach and one of our assistant coaches. So I'm very excited. I think our biggest acquisition this summer, we brought in players and stuff, but I would say it has to be our coach is our biggest acquisition this summer.
Problemem Pogoni też w zeszłym sezonie było to, że trener Thomas Berg, bo były takie głosy, był za miękki, że ci zawodnicy mieli za dużo swobody, a trener Garcia właśnie jest takim trenerem z bardziej twardą ręką.
It is true. I think Coach Thomas Berg is a very nice, kind man. We also had Mr. Rafa Burita, who's been in an organization for 17 years or 18 years. I think he saw 3 presidents and 57 coaches, or I'm just throwing numbers. But we thought that was change necessarily because you get a coach that says, hey, I don't care who you are, how old you are, what you've done in the past. If you don't work hard, give 100%, you're not going to play. And I think this is the toughness we needed, and toughness I like. And this is my own style of management, and I think it's reflective of what we were looking for. So very excited about Coach Garcia.
Jesteście na pewno z Jarosławem Królewskim, właścicielem Wisły Kraków, najbardziej aktywnymi właścicielami klubów Ekstraklasy na platformie X. Inny to jest rodzaj komunikacji. Pana wpisy są takie kwieciste, długie, barwne. Wiele z nich można się dowiedzieć. Czy pomaga w ich tworzeniu chat GPT? I pan, kiedy dostaje już to, jeszcze tam coś wzmacnia, żeby było mocniej.
I get that accusation a lot. So beauty about Twitter, you could use Grok to see if this was written by AI or not. And you could actually use that on mine and it will show you they're all written by myself, I write something and it's just not I type it. I go over it several times and I express my feelings, So listen, I'm a big fan of Jarek. I think he's a great leader. He's a great football owner. And what he's done in, Wisła Krakow for the last few years in League One is spectacular. Not many people could have done what he's done. And I think their team, their fan base, they're going to continue growing and become a powerhouse again. I'm not trying to be like him or anybody else. Everybody's got their own style. My style is if I don't like something, I'll write about it. And if I like something, I'll write about it. I'm a big fan of Dariusz Midowski. I think his Legia's president is one of the coolest, nicest people in Ekstraklasa. And I know lots of people attack him on social media and he's not active. I don't have a problem to stand up for him, tell him how I feel and what I think about him, and again, my experience with Polish football club owners has been great. They've all been really, really good. But everybody's got their own style. I'm Alex Haditaghi's style. It's like my own style. Not everybody's going to like me. Again, I'm not here to win popularity contests. I'm here to build a football team.
Wierzy pan, że Dariusz Mioduski mógłby zostać prezydentem FIFA?
I think he should. I think he's educated. He's got a law degree. He worked for one of the best law firms in the world. He's articulate. I've seen him many times, spent time with him. He's a first-class individual, how he treats you. He loves his team. Like I've seen him, last year, Polish Cup, when they lost to us, how much he was hurt. And when they beat us in the Polish Cup final, how excited he was. And, it's tough to be Legia's boss. Like, Pogon, I see how difficult it is. Imagine your Legia, which is a club twice or three times our size, and I think country of Poland truly should stand behind him, support him. It will be good for Poland. Poland is a great country, smart people, hardworking people, decent people, people with values. And you guys have lots of great things, but the biggest problem Polish people have is lack of confidence, how great you guys are. And why not? The question you guys should ask is like, everybody asks me, is Polish league good? Are you happy? It's like, this shouldn't be the question. It should be, what can we do to become the top 5 in the world? Because Poland could do that. And Midowski is as good as anyone. It's better than most of the people suggested. And everyone should go behind him to do it. This is a great country with great people.
Co musiałoby się wydarzyć z Pogonią, żeby za 5 lat powiedział pan, to był jeden z najlepszych biznesowych ruchów mojego życia?
Championship. I came here to do something no one has done in 80 years. First big match was Polish Cup final. We didn't win, we lost to Legia. But it wasn't really my team. I really protected the team, make sure it didn't drop to the 4th division. But the players and everything were put together by Adam Czech and Morocek and everything. And that's why when the team won, they give the second place trophies, medals. I didn't keep one of the medals. I sent one to Mr. Morocek. I sent to Adam Czech and everybody else. But I saw the faces of our fans. Lots of fans were crying, hopeless. And I want to change that.
Panie prezesie, bo też byłem jednym z tych, którym się nie udało, więc mocno kibicuję i życzę panu, żeby ten pierwszy puchar do gabloty, jak to się mówi, sprowadził pan do Szczecina.
Well, you didn't fail. You built a foundation. Great players like you built a foundation where we are today. Without what you did, we would not be where we are today. And using your foundation, we hope to build something. And when this team does win, you are part of it. And it's because of players like yourself, individuals in the past. Without our past, we're nobody. So thank you for everything done, what you mean to the team, because I know you mean a lot. And every time you put the photos of your children on Instagram with the new Pogon shirts, it means so much for the city, for the fans. And you have a special place in our team, in our club, and inside our players' hearts.
Dziękuję bardzo.
I tak sobie porozmawiali tutaj panowie związani z Pogonią Szczecin. Panie prezesie, mamy tutaj taki zwyczaj, podpisanie koszulki.
Przytrzymaj, tak będziesz. O.
Tak, proszę
Daj
bardzo.
kod. O, idę.
Jest tutaj autograf prezesa. Dziękujemy bardzo za rozmowę.
Tak.
Także
Dziękuję bardzo.
dziękujemy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex Haditaghi był trzecim gościem w przeglądzie sportowym Onecie w Rozmowy Bardziej. Miało być bardzo konkretnie i było bardzo konkretnie. Alex Haditaghi, dziękujemy bardzo.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Dziękuję.
Radek Majdan, dziękuję bardzo.
Ja również dziękuję.
Łukasz Olkowicz, dziękujemy bardzo i zapraszamy na kolejne Rozmowy Bardziej.